Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. This video, we are a little bit late, but we are here. We are talking about OWN's Love and Marriage Detroit, season 2, episode 2, the Book of Revelations. I have no clue why they called it that, but that's what that title was giving. Before we get into it, please do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button, y'all. This is still a growing channel. We got to make these goals. But at the end of the day, it's just for fun. I just appreciate y'all showing up in the comments, sharing the videos, hitting that thumbs up button, turn on the notifications, check the community tab, do all those things. It's a couple days late, but we here. We are here. Y'all feel like I'm coming down with a little something and I'm supposed to be going out of town soon. So I bought all the medicine tonight. I was like, I gotta get it together. So just pray for me, y'all. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about Love and Marriage Detroit real quick. So far, I'm not mad at the season. I'm not mad at it. So I did watch this episode yesterday, I think. Um, and I realized what is different. I think I realized why we have an issue with Love and Marriage Detroit. Like I was good with DC. I know some people didn't like DC. They feel like it was boring. I thought they had like good, real family stuff going on, especially with the Tylers. And then Huntsville, go Huntsville. Um, there's two issues with Detroit that makes Detroit different and maybe not as palatable. I would say, first of all, it feels like the men on Detroit carry the drama or the anchors of the show. And I think I tweeted it. It feels like on Love and Marriage Detroit, like the main cast members are the men and the women are the supporting cast members. Like to me, the men are carry the show on Love and Marriage Detroit. They feel like more of the anchors than like on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Melody is the anchor. First it was Mel and Martell. Now it's more so the girl, and it's always been the women, right? Mel, Letitia, Kimmy. On DC, I feel like DC focuses more on the marriages and the family aspects, but definitely the women are the focal of the focus, I should say, of the drama. Um, but I don't know. Detroit feels like the men are the focus of the drama, and that I think that's what feels different about Detroit. And I'm not sure if we like it. Y'all let me know if y'all like it in the comments. Also, the other thing about Detroit is sometimes they try too hard, and I feel like there's no progression. Like I feel like we started in the middle of a reality show with Detroit versus like starting at the beginning and getting some kind of progression and getting to know them. Like I feel like DC did a very good job of okay, Monique and Chris anchored the show. We knew them from Potomac, and this is Monique's life, and these are her friends. And okay, let's see Ashley's life. What does Ashley do? Okay, let's see Jamie and Raina's life. What do they do? Okay, Detroit. It feels like we started in the middle, and we still haven't fully gotten to know them. I still don't know a lot about Dr. Latoya and Anthony. The most I think we've got to know is Brandon and Kristina, but yeah, there was no like solid foundation and then progression for me with Detroit. I think that's what also makes this show feel a little off. I'm still gonna watch it and try to support it, but if it started getting too weird, I'm gonna cut it off. Okay, because you already know I'm booked and busy with school. So anyway, but we gotta have something to talk about. If y'all got something else y'all want to discuss, let me know in the comments. I'm still not sure about the Braxtons. I haven't even caught up with the Braxtons to be honest with y'all. So I can't promise y'all I'm gonna come back to the Braxtons on here. We will see though. I don't even know what episode they on with the Braxtons. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to this review so I can go to bed, so I can get some rest. My eyes are killing me. Anyway, I was gonna tell y'all something about school, but I ain't gonna get into that. What was I gonna say? Anyway, into the review. So basically the episode picks up where they left off with Y'all, I didn't even know I didn't have my brightness on all the way on this laptop. So if I look a little brighter, that is why. Anyway, I was like, oh, my brightness been low. So they pick up where they left off with the Dobines. Is that the last night came through Marcellus or Marcel? Is Marcellus or Marcel? Anyway, he came through with his wife Kimberly. Kimberly and Christina was like, hey girl, hey, So then, they're like, so y'all know each other? Yeah. So they're like, yes, girl. Kimberly's, I've known you for 11 years. We were friends. I adored you. I loved you. Kristina feels the same way. And then Kimberly said, but what happened. We things fell apart. You let your friends disrespect me. She was like, okay, but you trying to make my birthday party about you. That's what Kristina said. And so Kimberly explains what happened after Kristina's birthday party. So they're sitting at the birthday party. Kimberly and Marcel are sitting across from two of Kristina's friends. And so one of the friends said to Kimberly, like, oh girl, what kind of phone you got? She said she got an Android. And so then she's like, no, she's like, girl, what kind of phone is that? And she's like, oh, girl, it's an Android. And so she asked Kimberly's husband, Marcel, what kind of phone you got? He said Android also. And so then the friend, Kristina's friend says, oh, y'all a match made together in heaven because both of y'all like mediocrity. And that's why Kimberly's mad at Kristina, because Kristina let her friends disrespect her in front of her. And I said, Kimberly, you this mad and hurt over this lazy high school Android phone read. Girl, that's why you mad. Girl, you could have came back at her with something better. Like, first of all, that's very high school. Like, who cares if you got an Android or iPhone? Now I'm an iPhone girl all day. But iPhone is very user friendly for me. It has a lot of great features for those people who have a visual impairment like me. So that's why I prefer iPhone. But some people prefer Android because that's just, how they mind is set up. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's gonna be very juvenile. It's a lazy read. So I'm like, Kimberly, girl, you could have came at her about her hair or something. I mean, we don't know how that girl looked. We know you could have did something. Kimberly, as much bark as you got, you could have did something. But that's why you mad, girl. Okay. So then they went back and forth, back and forth. Everybody's like, that she mad over this Android phone situation. Like, girl, I was like, girl, bye. So anyway, they going back and forth, they're back, and Kimberly's like, girl, because you know what you did. So then I guess Kristina didn't defend her or say something or whatever. They going back and forth. Kimberly was like, you didn't call. You wasn't a good friend to me, blah, blah, blah. Kolby said she could relate because, she experienced that as well. Russell eventually showed up, and sometimes he's like, I left class. I didn't know what I was getting into. What is going on here? So then they was going back and forth. We don't even need to recap what they said because it don't matter. So Dr. Latoya was like, well, I invited them because, they don't really be getting out much. And so Christine was like, no, we know why you invited them, girl. And so Dr. Latoya's like, what? She's like, no, that me and Kimberly don't get along. You already knew that. And so Latoya's like, what? Dr. Latoya's like, what does it matter though? What does it matter though? You know what it matters, Dr. Latoya. Now you know. So Kristina feels like Dr. Latoya basically invited Kimberly there to get it started because she knows that Kimberly don't like Kristina, and I believe it. And that's what I mean with this show about no progression. Yes, Kristina did some things that was very questionable season 1. I'm not going to take that from her. She told a blatant lie. However, the way they are mad at Kristina is like there's been years of horrible things that happen, and it hasn't been that long. So it's like I don't understand the wrath they have for Kristina. Like everybody dog on Kristina. Like, no, Kristina and Brandon are not perfect, and nobody on this show is. Like, she ain't did nothing that bad. Like, dang. Anyway, I'm like, there's certain things about Kristina I can see what people be saying. But like, damn, she ain't did nothing that bad. The way the girls have to gang up on her, ring tagging Kimberly, like, dang. So anyway, Bravo. So, Kristina wasn't buying it for Dr. Latoya. Bravo wrapped it up, say, okay, we're gonna, cheers to the anniversary of the nightclub. He said, y'all ready to move forward to a place of healing? The girls ain't moving to no place of healing. So anyway, oh yeah, Kristina told Kimberly she was looking for a platform. They arguing, talking about, you want to be like me, girl? No, you want to be like me, girl? Don't nobody want to be like neither one of y'all. Okay, neither one of y'all. So anyway, moving forward, let's talk about Brandon. Brandon goes down to Russell's gym to visit him. He want to train his body up, and then he also want to talk about what happened at the party. So they talk about that. He said he's scared to work out with Russell, Mr. Universe. Russell do got that body. He got that body though. Okay, I will work out with Russell. No disrespect to Kolby. So anyway, we're gonna get to you, Kolby. Yes, also, girl. So anyway, he goes and they're talking about the other night, and he feels like it was set up from Dr. Latoya and Anthony to bring the dough lines there. He didn't like it. He didn't like it how the girls was getting into it, how they got into it. So then he started explaining to Russell how he going through it at home, and he moved out. He living at his mama's house, and he brought up getting a divorce, and he's on the verge of divorce. And Russell's like, man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So then he get up, he hide in his face, he walk away, and he start crying, y'all. Russell was broken hearted over Brandon talking about this divorce. And I was like, I don't mean to be insensitive of me, but I was like, is Russell crying for real? Or is he acting? Because why? And he said just broke him up to hear, that they was on the way to divorce. And he said my marriage is a covenant between God and da-da-da. I agree, I understand. But you was that broken up, Russell. And then Brandon started crying. And he's talking about, it's hard being a black man. And you go out into this world, and then you come home, and then you don't know how to be and what to do and all this stuff. I feel it, and I'm not saying that black men don't deserve a safe place and a safe space to express those emotions, and they don't really go through that stuff and all that. I totally believe it. But I don't know. They was just giving. They were giving a lot. But if that's their true emotions, I'm okay with that. But they were just giving a lot for me. They were giving a lot. So, Russell said anything I could do to help. I wish I could help you. I could be there for you and all that. And Brandon said he didn't need that support. And maybe Brandon didn't need to talk and get it out. I don't know. Like, part of me can't take Brandon seriously. Because you crying over your divorce on one moment, but the other moment you say, I'm here just because God told me to. And yeah, I'm going to talk to other women. I'm going to do, like, the way you disrespect Kristina, I can't fully buy your tears. Now, Russell's tears, maybe I could buy. You know what? I could actually buy Russell's tears. Because Russell is... I don't have a good word. That's not going to sound mean. Russell just doing Russell. Russell just be doing Russell. So maybe I can buy his tears. But Brandon, no. Because the way you disrespect your wife and then you're going to sit here and cry about the divorce, no. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to jump around because I want to save Kolby for last. So Kristina goes to meet with her friend Chelsea. We got both the Chelsea. I forgot it was two Chelseas on this show. So then they look the same. I was like, is that the same girl? But they not the same. So Kristina's friend Chelsea, she's a product of the Star Factory. They did not tell us that last season. That's what I'm saying. And she was helping Kristina because Kristina wants to get back into being an artist. She wants to perform. They're doing their 5, 6, 7, 8. They're doing these breathing exercises to help the diaphragm, put the legs up in the chair. I can't do it right here because my table too close. But anyway, she said it was working, deep down in them abs. They got to do the la da 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 zinga saga zoo, all that, So anyway, Kristina said she wanted to be an artist. She had a deal with Sony on the table. She didn't do all these things. But she walked away from her deals because Brandon said he didn't marry an artist. And they showed a clip that we never seen of him talking about that. And see, this is what happens. You don't hold good boundaries in the beginning of a relationship. And I learned that lesson in the past. The man gonna do whatever he want to walk all over you. And so now she can't do her music. But now she says she's, getting close to God. She found herself and she's getting back into her passion and what God intended her to do. If God bless you with that voice, then you need to sing and use it, Kristina, right? Forget what Brandon say. But you gonna let him talk you out of a music deal because he didn't marry an artist? I'm sure that's because he was scared of what she could become, of her being in the limelight. But see, he played himself. He could have been her manager and they would have been keeping the money in the household. But nah, he didn't marry an artist. He didn't want her out there touring and all that. Anyway, he didn't want her to be bigger than him. That's what I think. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So anyway, she's strutting, getting the moves. They're doing that 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So anyway, Chelsea and Kristina catch up. They talk about the Vadovines coming down to the dinner. Chelsea says she know Kimberly and she always be loud and wrong. So anyway, then they talked about the whole situation with Brandon. Chelsea's like, girl, what's going on? Kristina's like, yeah, he moved out. He's talking about he want a divorce. I told him I need to tell, separation. And I told him he need to come back with the fruits of the spirit. He need to find a Christian man, mentor, somebody that's not going to cheat on his wife. He do need to come back with the fruits of the spirit, but he need to want to have them. Like, not because Kristina wants him to have them. He needs to do his own work. I think they both need to do their own personal work and then figure out where they want to be is what I think. Anyway, moving on from that, we see a scene with Dr. Latoya and follow me, y'all, because I'm jumping around because I do want to save the Kolby part for last. And that was how they wrapped the episode up. They showed us a side note. Excuse me. They showed a lot of scenes in the previews that we did not see in the episode. I think it's gonna be next week. But I was like, didn't they show the preview for that? Like it was gonna come on tonight on that episode, this week's episode. I was confused. Was anybody else confused? So anyway, Dr. Latoya came home. She tired. She got too much to do at work. She got to manage work. She got to manage the house. Mr. Anthony said, "You not managing me." So she's like, "Okay, did you get cooked dinner?" He said he purchased dinner. She said she wants them to have home cooked good meals. He said you could have a good healthy meal ordering out. Girl, at least he provided dinner. So anyway, they talked about the whole situation. Anthony feels bad that Kristina and Brandon are on the outs, so he want to have a talk with Kristina. Dr. Latoya was like, for what? Because he was like, are you going to talk to Kristina? She was like, for what? And then he was like, okay, well, maybe I can have a talk with her. She was like, for what? And I said the same thing. Anthony, why do you need to talk to Kristina? That's what I mean. The men are carrying the show. They're keeping the drama moving. They're the bone collectors of the show. And it just don't feel right. So he just feels bad. He knows Kristina and Brandon are going through some stuff because Brandon has shared it with him. I will get to that scene. I skipped that one. So anyway, she said, I just don't want to be, we into their marriage because how they complained about that in the first, last season. So I don't want it to be like the Thompsons or anybody mess. We over here are good. We ain't getting into it with nobody. She ain't trying to have a talk. He was like, well, I won't do it if you don't want me to. She was like, it's not that I don't want you to. I just don't want it to come out like we're making some mess. And she wanted to have that conversation so they can make this show, right? Because in the real world, would Anthony really have this conversation with Kristina? Hell no. So anyway, let me back up to when Brandon went down to where the man's meeting was. So Anthony was having his man's meeting, y'all. He's still doing the man's movement. And Brandon came at the end of the meeting. So I was like, well, why Brandon couldn't come down to the meeting? That's what Brandon said. Like, oh, he gonna invite me when the meeting's over. Like, why he did, that's cool. If I ain't get invited to something else again, I'll be good. So now, Brandon, you wasn't checking for that man's meeting anyway. Anthony said he didn't invite him down to the meeting because last time he was making all them little comments, so he didn't need him there. True. Anyway, Anthony said he want to figure out how to move forward with their friendship. Brandon brings up the things that Anthony did last year, like bringing around Lyrique when it came to that showcase, and then him trying to dog him out with the showcase, only giving him a few slots, even though it was his showcase. Y'all remember what happened in season 1. Anyway, if you didn't, go back and watch my reviews. I'll catch you up. So after you watch this stuff. So Brandon, Anthony was like, man, showcase, I don't feel like I did nothing wrong. And Brandon said, if you don't feel like you did nothing wrong, then we can't move forward. Like, it's not going to work. So Anthony is like, man, at the end of the day, like, I thought you was, we was cool. Basically, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be friends. Um, Anthony to me is not a good friend to Brandon, but whatever. So they're gonna be friends for the sake of the show, basically. And so Brandon shared with Anthony, he didn't like how he feels like it was set up to bring the Dolvines up and through there, and he don't want Marcellus getting into the drama with the ladies the way y'all do. Y'all don't want another man into it though. So then Anthony's like, I do agree, like, my wife's my wife, I love her, but I don't, he didn't like how certain things are done. He felt like Kristina held her own and Kimberly was out of line. So he didn't agree with that as well. Brandon's like, I don't know if he just telling me what I want to hear, but whatever. So then Brandon was like, already we got a lot going on at home. Me and Kristina are separated right now. So we just trying to work on our marriage. So Anthony's like, dang, I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, please don't tell your wife because I don't want this getting back to Kimberly. And then, Kimberly going to weaponize it against Kristina. In my opinion, Brandon, you should not have told Anthony. Anthony finna run tell that. He finna have pillow talk with Dr. Latoya tonight. Okay? He finna run tell that. Ain't no way. I'm gonna ask Anthony to hold nothing for me. That boy can't hold no water. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Anyway, so I think we covered everything up until the Kolby stuff. Okay, so first thing we seen with Kolby after the dinners, her and Russell, she and the baby. What's the baby name? Kendall? They're talking and Kolby's is complaining that she's having this real severe pelvic pain. And when she goes to the bathroom, feel like the baby about to drop out. I was like, do I want to have a baby? That sounded terrifying. So anyway, she said the doctor said it would be like that with the second pregnancy, but she like, dang. Russell's like, pregnant, that's what you go through. And he's like, well, explain to me these pelvic pains. Oh, Russell, you just keep looking handsome, sir. So then you don't gotta speak. So then they were rehashing what happened. Russell said he was down to the classroom and he left early because he couldn't leave his wife there at the club anniversary by herself. And he was like, I came into some mess. So Kolby said she wanted to speak up and say like she had the same experience with Kristina as Kimberly did, and she also knows Kimberly. Now moving on, Kolby's friend Chelsea is helping Kolby's plan do a gender reveal. This was Russell's idea. He wanted to do it. Kolby didn't really care. She doesn't want to know the gender of the baby, as she said. But she's like, if it's going to keep the peace in the bedroom, I'll do it. So Kolby, first of all, Kolby looked sick and tired with this pregnancy. And she came out, she says, more pink than blue. And Chelsea's like, why do you say that? So they had pink and blue. So she had her content creators come in and they're getting a lot of content. And then, Kolby can get baby deals and all that for this. I think it was a brilliant idea as well, Kolby. So this time their daughter gets to be a part of it. So there's like a little teddy bear. And so the teddy bear says, Mommy, I'm a girl. So they're having a girl. And the devastation on Kolby's face, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I knew she would be upset, but the way she was upset was like, dang. And she already was saying that she didn't want to do the gender reveal because she got a lot of backlash from the first time when she did it with her first daughter, and the reaction she had from finding out she was having a girl. She got a lot of backlash from that, and she didn't want that again. Girl, you finna get it again. You finna get it worse this time because it was worse. Like, I don't remember. I don't think we didn't see the gender review for the first ones. I don't know. I'm assuming she got that from social media before the show. But anyway, my clothes are done in the dryer. Anyway, she was very disappointed. She was trying to like hold her face for the baby, but she could not. She was very disappointed. And Russell was so excited. And then I think the little girl was excited too. But she was so upset. And she's like, of course she's gonna love her baby. But she did want a girl. And so she was devastated. So after everybody left, she was talking to Russell about it. And he was like, that's okay, 6 months. We're gonna just try again. Now Russell said he got to name his son after his, name him Russell Harris III or whatever it's gonna be, because that's what his dad wanted, which is great if you have a boy. So he's like, 6 months, you just hop on it for another one. No, nobody wants to do that, Russell. That's what I'm saying, Russell. What are you saying? She don't want to have another baby 6 months. She looked terrified. So like Russell is just being so insensitive to me. Now, Kolby, girl, I understand you wanted a boy. I think because Kolby was complaining that girls are a lot more work, which they are. You gotta, worry about their hair and this and that. Boys, you can just give them a t-shirt and shorts and cut their hair, braid their hair, whatever. I get it. Girls are a lot more detailed, right? You gotta make sure they looking right and all that, and probably a little bit more emotions to deal with. But she also said she didn't want to have any more kids. She wanted to be done. So I think that's the bigger reason why she wanted a boy, is because she wanted to be done. She didn't want to have any more kids. She didn't want to go through this again. She's like, I don't want to have any more kids. Like she looked so devastated. She wanted to be done. Kolby's giving very much, I'm gonna have resentment towards you, Russell, very soon. Like Kolby don't look like she want to be there. Kolby don't look like Kolby don't want to be there. Oh no, Kolby, this the life you signed up for, girl. This what you signed up for. Did you know what you was signing up for with Russell? Because apparently you didn't. Like it sucks, girl, that you have another girl. You didn't want it, but I just don't like the way I just feel bad for the child, the way she expresses it, because it kind of feels like, dang, like you didn't want either one of them girls. Like that's what it feels like. And the kids can feel that. Like she said, she's gonna love her baby regardless. And I know she will. And I don't think Kolby's gonna love her girls any less. But the devastation was like too much. It was too much. And hopefully she moves on past that. And I know she wanted a boy because her daughter's really close to Russell and she wants that same experience. But the girls could be, will be close to you as well. There's some little girls that are always up under their mom. So you don't just have to have a son for that. And it will change. When she get a little older, trust me, she ain't gonna be that attached to the dad. She's gonna want to be attached to you because you guys are gonna have that similar female experience. So hopefully Kolby can get past that. But I get it. She doesn't want to have another kid as well. But the way Russell was like, come on, you could just hop back on another one. She's like, no, Russell, I'm not having a baby in 6 months. And I don't blame her. So then, side note, y'all see that Bravo and them and the Divines are in the opening credits. I said, now when did they all get into the opening credits? But anyway, so back to Kolby. So Kolby was like, I'm not having another baby. No, she's through. She's through. So then he was like, well, she's like, Russell, you don't got to carry the baby. Like, I'm the one that got to do all this. And you get the freedom of going to class, going to work, do whatever you want to do. You go and come as you please. And I don't. And he was like, okay, but I'm out here working. I got to maintain the household, maintain y'all's lifestyle. I got to do all this. And she was like, okay, but that's not the same. And then he's like, well, don't diminish what I do. And she's right, because he just gobble going and coming as he please. I mean, he seemed like a hands-on dad, though, since he's close to the other daughter. So I don't know. I would be curious to know. But if you're not being there or showing up, Russell, if you're not helping her, supporting her, it sounds like Kolby kind of want to. Kolby low key give. I want to be single too. So I don't know, Kolby girl. I don't know where you want to be, girl. What life you want to be? Because I don't know. I think Kolby would have been just fine. Her and Russell and no kids. That's what she gave to me. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. How would you handle it if you were in Kolby's situation? Have you ever experienced something like that? I know a lot of people, a lot of cultures prefer to have boys over girls. And I don't fully always understand it. We should just be happy for a healthy baby, right? Whether it's a girl or a boy. And a girl is just as valuable to family and society as a boy. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.